Hey, Dan here, and this video is just for me. I'm in the final stages of finishing my new book for ENFPs. I am working hard, and I'm going to reward myself by making a video that is just fun and talking about a topic that kind of a pet peeve of mine, and it's this term, sapiosexual. Now, if you've seen this term before, it's probably on the dating profile of a girl who is a complete pain in the ass, possibly on a Reddit forum as well. Now, what is a sapiosexual? Well, there's many definitions out there, but I tend to define it as a woman. Other people would define it as someone who is very attracted to intelligence, which, again, I would just personally define it as a woman. I saw a profile, this was a couple months ago. I had to laugh because it was amazing. It said, looking for tall, athletic, financially successful man, sapiosexual. I was like, oh God, this is probably someone who could win an award for the biggest pain in the ass in the world. Now, here's the thing with sapiosexual, right? It means someone who's attractive to intelligence. But have you ever met a woman who's like, hey, I like men dumber than me. That's my thing. When I'm looking to reproduce, I'm like, I want a guy that will make my children dumber than me and my grandchildren even dumber than them. That's what I'm looking for in a match. No, of course not, right? Intelligence is universally attractive. Men versus women, there's a whole debate on there in terms of, the Tiger Woods syndrome of just like, hey, it's a cocktail waitress. Who really cares if she has a brain? But very well known, very well documented, women rate intelligence as one of the most important things they are attracted to. So how do you define yourself as a sapiosexual? Well, technically, sapiosexuals do exist in that they are people who are attracted to intelligence over everything else. Now, if you're hooking up with Stephen Hawking, if you're dating that unemployed dude who weighs 400 kilos but is just an absolute genius, I will give you the sapiosexual term. But if your profile says, looking for tall, athletic, financially successful man, sapiosexual, you don't get to use a special term. And I think sapiosexual is the most extreme of these terms, and I feel like people now, and I know the fact that this is a channel about ENFPs and how we label ourselves as specific personality types, so I do understand the irony here with me discussing this, but I feel like there is this move. Everyone wants to join their little tribe and define who they are, right? And you have it happening with sexualities. This is primarily a US-Canada problem. It hasn't really bled into the rest of the world yet, and hopefully ever. You see it in things like, I am a CrossFitter, I am a vegan. Like, cool, but that's probably not the best way to define yourself. But, of course, one way people get confidence, feel good about ourselves, feel like we belong, feel comforted, is being part of a clan, part of a tribe. And we used to get this because we were literally in a tribe. And then we had community and religion and extended family and all that. And that's gradually been eroded in more and more countries. And it seems like the countries that have the least amount of cultural identity and extended family and all that seem to be the most drawn to finding ways to identify yourself to be part of a clan. I am repulsed by all of this, and I think most ENFPs and INFPs are. We're not really joiners in the sense of like, I desperately want to wash away my own identity just to be part of some collective good. Doesn't mean we can't join things or like sports or whatever else, but I feel like that's not exactly what we are drawn to. It's a very dangerous road we go down when everyone needs to be part of something to feel like they belong. And it's kind of decided both randomly and also probably in many cases by external powers who don't have the absolute best intentions. Now, I, for one, eat keto. I wasn't for a while. I'm back on it in the last week. And for like the 6 months before that, I was gluten-free. It didn't make its way into dating profiles or my future obituary, which I pre-write every week just in case something happens, peanut allergy and all, can never be too safe. It wasn't like Dan was gluten-free and sometimes ate keto, and that's what he wants to be remembered for. No. So my encouragement with this video, kind of annoyed at myself. I just wanted to make a funny video trolling on sapiosexuals, and now I'm turning it into a life lesson. I'm thinking I'm going to start doing some stand-up comedy open mics, and I've been thinking about do I make any attempt to mix life lessons and Coach Dan into it, or I just go totally raw and offensive? I guess we will see when I do it. But if there is a takeaway lesson from this video, it's that you should put your energy into building your own personal character, your connections, your friendships, relationships, your accomplishments, your future you're excited about. And I'm guessing when you do all that, you will feel slightly less drawn to defining yourself by external groups that, in many cases, anyone can join, or they are just entirely made up, as we discussed today with the whole sapiosexual thing. So that's all very exciting. I don't expect the outside world to change or discourage this based on the current trend. So if you do want to define yourself by more than random labels, it is something that you are personally going to have to take action on and make that decision. But if you're watching this channel, I have a good feeling that you are already someone who does that. All right, that's me for today. When you see my next video, I am going to be done the draft of this book, the final draft, and then I will be taking it home, and you will be seeing the beautiful cover page. It's a beautiful cover page here within the coming weeks. See you in the next video soon. Oh, don't forget, if you're interested, I am hosting this event in Prague in September of this year. It's all about figuring out your life and making it awesome. Life Design Fiesta 2023. Check that out. See you soon.